there was a very, very sharp bit of metal inside that. And the only thing that stopped it was my hand, as in the bone. Believe it or not, it's seriously, seriously painful. That's with every job I seem to do on this van. As soon as you do one little bit, you find a load of rust. Well, I've been gradually working my way around the T25 Nato project. As you've seen in the previous video, we've got the front end done. That's now all nice and solid. I've been working my way around the sides and stuff. Got the bottom of the B-pillars done. The steps are now done. I worked my way down the back. I've got the whole of this corner now all rebuilt, which is now solid. And I'll put a little clip in of what I found in there right now. That's with every job I seem to do on this van. As soon as you do one little bit, you find a load of rust. And then you end up having to make up loads of new panels and stuff. Yes, there's one I could buy in the middle, but then the rest of it's all got to be made up, so the sides, etc., just to be able to get things back solid. But as usual with everything, once you get it all ready, zinc prime all the panels, etc., and the bits that I've had to make with all the different funny shapes on, and now just weld them all in. So I set about welding them in, trying to make them look neat and tidy and the rest of it, and they did until I put the seam sealer on. And yeah, they didn't look quite right, but it's in a wheel arch, it's going to get used, it's solid behind it. As you can see, every little bit of it is nice and solid now and welded in place. Just needs a bit of linishing off of the welds and stuff, and a bit of paint inside the wheel arches. Chucked a bit of filler on just to get the shape back to exactly as it should be. And I'm quite impressed with, as you can see now, how it actually turned out. So I guess, now I've got that bit done, this side, apart from the bottom of the sliding door, is pretty much done. So I'm going to work my way around onto the driver's side of this van, as it's left-hand drive, and I'm going to see what's behind this lot of hidden nasties down here, which isn't actually attached, and it's spot welded or tack welded over the top. So let's get cutting and see what we find behind there. As you can probably tell, guys, a lot of the work I'm doing at the moment is very repetitive, and there's no point showing every single step of it because I can't get the camera in certain places. So when I can get the camera, I film it, and if it's something interesting, to be honest with you, because I'm trying not to bore you guys. I know a lot of my old videos used to bore the hell out of you, but I'm trying to improve and not bore people whatsoever. So, shall we see what's behind this panel? Let's get the chisel and do it. All I've done is cut the tacks, which, as we all know, ain't correct. So, how about you guys put in the comment section down below how much rot you think's behind there, or have they cut it out? Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's see how easy it comes off or doesn't come off. Oh yeah, not attached, apart from these little tacks. I hate to think what's going to be behind it. If it's the same as all the rest of it, I know. But and if it is, hey, it's going to be good, and I can already see it. And I can already see how much moisture has been trapped behind it. Oh, lovely. Before I rip that out of the joint and stuff, which isn't actually welded, you can see what happens when you put metal on top of panels
and leave the rust behind it. Yeah, it rots. Right, let's get the rest of that one out. Yep, as you can see, it weren't actually welded on the inside, so that pillar is weak as hell. Lovely. And I guarantee this bit's going to be exactly the same. Let me hack that off and then we'll see, shall we? And once you hack it all out, this is what you find underneath it. And someone's even tried to seal it with half a ton of sealant. That really works, doesn't it? So yeah, this is a problem, guys, when people just decide to put plates on top, and as you can see, they rot from the inside out. And instead of fixing things properly, but it's like, there's no strength in that pillar whatsoever, and that's part of your main structure of the vehicle. So I've got to cut that out and try and rebuild all that, and I'm not leaving any of that rot in there. It's all got to go. This is absolutely horrendous. There's a dirty great hole there. Someone put a plate over the bottom of here, which was stuck on with Sikaflex or whatever goo they wanted. And you can see on the inside, that's the original bit of the B pillar. And all they've done is put a plate on top of plate on top of plate, and just linked it all together all the way up the inside instead of cutting it out and doing it properly. So there is literally no strength whatsoever in this corner. So what I'm thinking of doing, so I can get into all this properly, I've already cut this bit out anyway, so if I carry on cutting that line across there, I can weld that back on, that's not an issue. So we can weld that back on, I can then rebuild all the inside structure, in there, down the middle bit and the rest of it, and we can then start putting panels back over the top. I've got to make some, but I have got one little bit for the bottom anyway, but the rest of it's going to have to be made. So it looks like that is a mission.
It was literally just after this moment that I realised I'd screwed right up.
Well, today ain't really gone to plan, has it? I just spent the last, 5 hours sat in the hospital after I decided I was going to get on with the T25 this morning, started doing it, and the VW bit back, and ended up with VW1 deck nil. Yeah, I sliced right between my thumb and my first finger, all the way down pretty much to the bone. So unfortunately, guys, because of that, I've now been told I can't do nothing with that hand for 2 weeks. Believe it or not, it's seriously painful. So yeah, I've got a few more visits back to the hospital to have a few bits done to it and stuff, but at least I've still got a thumb, sort of, ish. Well, I have at the moment, so Well, after a couple of weeks of sitting around after I completely and utterly destroyed my hand, the bandage is now off. I've still got stitches on my hand, and I've been told I can't be down here and I can't work for at least another couple of weeks. If that don't work with me, I get on with what I want to do and I do what I want. I'm in horrendous pain, but with a pair of gloves on, I'm able to do stuff and I've got some sort of movement in my thumb again. So what basically happened was inside this panel here, which someone had already bodged, as we know someone already bodged, but when I put my hand up inside to see how far the bodge went after I cut a hole, I realised, after I put my hand out, there was a very, very sharp bit of metal inside that. And the only thing that stopped it was my hand, as in the bone. So, yeah. I realised I screwed up. I put my hand up there because someone left a razor sharp bit of metal. And in turn, I ended up with, stitches in my hand. I've still got steri strips across my hand, blah, 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 the rest of it. I haven't got no feeling in my thumb, and I'm never going to have feeling in my thumb again, but I should have some sort of movement and some sort of grip. And I'm, at the moment, pushing my luck too much and getting on with this. But the problem I had was I wanted to get on with this off camera because I was nervous as hell with what I found there, and my head was playing silly ass games with me. So I've kind of got on with this bit off camera, but as you can see, it's all now built up, all the structures rebuilt inside, etc. I'm now down to put in the arch on it. So hopefully you understand that I didn't want to film this bit, and it wasn't because I didn't want to pick the camera up, it's because my head was playing games and I was nervous as hell to get on with it. And to be completely honest, I didn't know how much I could do with the way my hand is getting it done. So yeah, hopefully guys, fingers crossed, you understand. But I'm going to see if I can get that arch on now, and then once I've got the arch on, we'll see what we can get up to next. So we've got holes down here, back arch, blah blah, plenty to do and not enough time to do it.
So once again, I'd just like to apologise that this video really hasn't gone to plan. I'm just trying to get what I can done, even in the excruciating pain I'm actually in. And yeah, it wasn't enjoyable at all, and I really didn't actually want to pick the camera up and film. I was just massively too nervous of doing everything. And as I'm right-handed, everything I'm doing right now is painful. So basically all I did was got the panel exactly in the right line. Then you see me weld on the inside of the wheel arch, which was just filling in the spot welds, just basically turning into plug welds. It's how you redo it, because if you haven't got the machine, you just plug weld the holes up after you drill some holes. And it's just getting all the panels aligned in the right places and rejoin them along the top edge. I wasn't too worried about the panel warping because of it's got a nice tight edge right by the corner of it, and got that in, and then it's just linish back all your welds and stuff, finish them off and make them as smooth as you possibly can, because the smoother you can get them now, the easier it is to do all your finishing off work afterwards. And yeah, it is just what it is. And yeah, I struggled this that day when I came back to do stuff. I said day, few days.
Well, that's all that lot now all done, all the way around, and now ready for a nice little skimmer filler, bit of seam sealer down the joint and stuff. So now that's done, I'm going to crack on with that little bit down there, and because it's so small and in the way, I'm going to do one of these. There it is. As you can see, all now done, all back solid underneath and stuff. A lot of people ask me how I get these bits, because of course you can't get inside to weld it. So what I do it in two sections. I get the bit there, which basically comes out, leave it proud so it comes out past it, put the other plate into it, weld it to it, then cut it off and smooth around the edge and stuff. That's how I get to the inside bit, so it's back solid again. So now I'm going to whiz a bit of filler onto this lot, give it a sand up, and you guys can see what the whole of that there looks like. Nick has got his shape back to it, how it should be. So let's go on with that.
And dragged it from the scrapyard, rusting every seam. People said it's finished, but I've got a different dream. Cutting through the barges, sparks light up the night. Grinding down the metal till the lines look right. Panels full of filler, bolts that shouldn't be. Hidden damage everywhere you look and see. But every scar's a story, every weld a win. This broken old Doka's coming back again. Measure twice, cut it clean. Nothing's ever what it seems. From rust to steel, it's shining bright.
after a couple of days of sanding and messing around, yes, it shouldn't take me a couple of days, but it does because of my way my hand is at the moment. Now, as you can see, we've got all our lines back, etc. This all nice and solid in there. Still got to go inside and seam seal it and stuff, but we're getting somewhere with how this is. Still got a little tiny bit of addressing just to get 100% shape to it, but if people know me, I always get to this stage first before I go round the whole van and get everything 100% perfect panel by panel. It's just the way I am, it's the way I've always been, and I'd rather do it like that because it gives you a break from doing what you're doing. But anyway, I need to get on with the back over there and a couple of bits, as in the roof and a horrible bit at the back there, as I just said. But unfortunately, guys, because of this, I'm in absolute pure agony, and I'm going to have to call it quits for this video. I need to go and give my hand a rest. I've pushed my hand too much. I'm not even moving back doing this at the moment, so I've got to be very, very careful. And I know I pushed my hand too much because I've now got pain all the way up to my arm. Oh, my arm again. So I've got to be very, very careful. And yeah, unfortunately, guys, this is the end of this video. So in the next video, we're going to get on with the roof, the back corner, and a load of other bits. So until the next one, guys, hit that like, subscribe, and share buttons and all that stuff. You know the score by now. And until the next one, guys, peace out.